We are streaming and it is good. Hello, everybody, and Circa.
Good evening.
Hello? My cat's pads, like paw pads, are extremely cold. And it's because I'm crazy and I still have shorts on.
It's ranging between ungodly hot in this room and really fucking cold.
I've been freezing all day.
I was at work, don't get me wrong, but here I'm either like dying or I'm frozen.
Yeah, no, I'm just me. I don't really get cold in my house. I don't. Yeah.
I mean, I have my stuff set to like 68 or 69. But this room in particular has a really weird... There's two freaking vents in this tiny little room that's like 8 or 9 by 10 or 11.
There should be one underneath the window.
There is one like a foot and a half to the right of the window, and then one over there on the inside wall.
That one might be a return.
Oh no.
That actually blows air out?
Yeah.
Okay.
They both do. So this room gets really warm.
Really fast.
And the rest of the house is nice and cool the way I like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Good news, Jellybean.
Is gone.
Yes. So that's the positive.
No more pee accidents in the house.
Yes.
Not accidents, just belligerence.
Sure.
It's stupid. He was stupid.
He's old.
Senile is probably a better word for it.
Was never trained.
Never. He was trained for tricks, but not actually like what you need to do. And other than the initial training, like nothing else ever happened.
Yeah.
His brain languished. It's not his fault, but he was kind of dumb.
Yep, that sounds about right. But anyway.
Also, I found these really cute skulls in Carol's, like one of Carol's things. There's a bunch
my
of them.
gosh.
Like there's a bag of them.
That's great.
But I don't know, they're just weird. I'm sitting with my dice right now.
I want to ask questions as to why she had them, but I also don't care enough.
She just bought everything. Like, if she saw it and kind of liked it, she bought it.
Sounds about right. I should get you to send down some woodworking tools. But heaven forbid, touch those tools. So, everybody been okay today?
Yeah.
I know we had some sickness going on. I know we had some work fun going on as well for both of you.
My day wasn't awful.
Okay. Today's better than yesterday was. For me.
Today's gonna be better than my tomorrow. I work a cashier for 10 hours, or for like 6 hours.
I mean, I was in meetings for about 6 hours yesterday, and then got a call at 6 o'clock when I was finishing up dinner for me. It's like, hey, I need you to fix. We can't find a part. And then we don't have the part, and then today they found the part because
They looked.
they were thinking it was the wrong part, which turns out the part that they needed they didn't have, but we were supposed to have 2 of them. So now I get to go and play Mean Boss, and
You physically have to go?
at some point, yeah.
Oh, fun.
But yeah, no.
Hopefully that waits until after the holiday.
Even if it doesn't, which it should, because I'll just tell them no. Yeah. But yay, working maintenance and having an automated inventory system, and then people just take stuff and don't actually check it out on the computer. And being literally 3 states away.
I just realized I don't have an overlay built for 3 people on this one because we've only ever really played with 4.
This is true.
So we're gonna just have no overlay tonight.
That's fine. Fine by me, at least.
Yeah.
I think that's what you did during the first Utah episode when I missed.
Yeah, we've only had like 1 or 2 games without all 4 of us, and I still have our orange top border and bottom border, so it's fine.
Yeah.
With
Sorry,
the
we're
pack
not
on
fancy.
either side.
Yeah, sorry, we're not fancy tonight.
Blame Nen.
Yes, actually, blame Kraken.
God damn it, Kraken. She's not even here.
I know, but still.
No, I'm saying, like, how dare she? Not even here. We see how important we are to her.
Yeah, it's just Nen.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here.
Obviously.
He does have the nicest hair.
I don't know what you're talking about. My hair's fantastic. I just never wear it down.
When he actually takes care of his hair, it's actually really nice. I know it's weird, but yeah.
Why is it weird? Men can have
Just
nice
because-
hair.
Yes, but his cousin's saying that.
So?
So I am ready to go when you 2 are.
Let me do our intro. And we're back. And oh, I thought buttons left for a second.
Yeah, please don't leave.
I hear.
So we are back. It's been a hot minute, and we understand. We would like to apologize. However, stuff, life, sickness, vacations.
Tired.
Yeah, just all of the things. So, good news. We are back. This is our hunter game. We will be meeting Gladys and Rose here in just a second. But before we meet them, I am Dengle. I am the storyteller for this particular chronicle. This is World of Darkness, albeit hunter, and we make it a lot more light-hearted. So things might still come up. If those things come up and it causes you distress in any way, shape, fashion, or form, please make sure that you can proceed before actually proceeding. We like mental health here. We like to make sure that your mental health is good to go. Please make sure you're okay. we'll do a recap if you can't watch it. So, as promised, joining me tonight is Faye playing Gladys. And Buttons playing Rose.
Good evening.
So, last time we did this, we were in Delaware.
Yep.
And there was a creepy house.
Yep.
And a creepy pair of brothers.
Yep.
Which turned out to be the more upstanding looking one was actually the bad one. Well, the worst of the two, probably.
I don't know what you're talking about. Gladys liked him. She wanted to trade notes.
Yeah. And then the other one that looked very much the part. Still wasn't very good, necessarily, but wasn't, like, doing experiments to poison a waterway.
That was the byproduct, not the reason.
Yes, but still. So, yeah. Did I miss anything?
The creepy
Nope.
book and the creepy city.
Didn't see a book. Or other things we should never have seen.
A Shadow of a First City. The Necronomicon. And it was given back to Baron Samedi, which who knows what he's going to use it for.
Who knows?
And he actually kind of answered Rose's question, but not really. It was still fun to talk to him, though.
And force some knowledge into Gladys that she carved out on her dashboard.
Yes. What was the question that Rose had asked?
She asked if he would tell her what the city was. And he did, but he didn't explain it.
Yep. Because some things mortal minds should not know.
Not like she's gonna leave it alone or anything.
At least it wasn't Gladys.
I don't know what Gladys would have done had she seen that.
Lost her frickin' mind.
Maybe.
But anyway, we rejoin our cell. A couple months after the incident in Delaware. You have been running your garage. It's been profitable. Not wildly, but it's been profitable. Over the winter, because it was October time frame. Over the winter, it seemed like everything was going normal, and then December hit. 1942. And the U.S. was plunged into chaos, and now there's not a whole lot of young, specifically men, that are still hanging around. So a lot of people that you come in are your normal, I need oil changes, I need this fixed, that fixed. And it kind of goes on for a couple months like that. January, February. It's kind of hard to get certain items now, like steel stock, aluminum, stuff like that. And then March rolls around, and first week it's normal-ish. Second week it's fairly normal. Third week, though, out of the blue, Evelyn calls the Backens. Gladys!
What?
Oh, phone's for you.
She'll wipe her hands off of grease and go pick it up.
You were probably elbows deep in a Pontiac sedan or something like that. And you pick up the phone, and you can just hear this heavy, like, sounds like somebody just ran a mile on the other side. This, Gladys?
Yeah. Hi. Who's this?
This is, it doesn't really matter. Eugene told me to run up here and give this number a call.
Is he okay?
Yeah, we need some help. We need a couple extra hands. Wondered
Okay.
if you'd be willing to come out, give us a hand, do some research with us, maybe trap something.
Depends on where. Where is here?
At Nebraska.
Oh. What's in Nebraska?
And you can hear something get snatched out of the hand. Give me that. Gladys.
Hi, Eugene.
Hi. I think I just broke science.
Tell me more.
I found a prehistoric animal.
Okay.
I want to capture it and study it. Do you think you could talk to Rose and Edgar and get them to come help?
Rose!
What?
You want to go hunting?
What for and where?
I don't know. In Nebraska.
Hunting is in like trophy hunting, we kill it and bring it back, or
Capture.
hunting is in like
For science.
oh, you mean you want live capture? Oh, I'll talk to Edgar about getting some trank guns.
I think we're in.
Okay, that's good because I already had the helicopter on its way.
What?
Yeah.
Maybe you should lead with that next time.
And I figured you would probably just go. It'll probably be there in about 20 minutes, so get your stuff and...
What? How long do we need to pack for? What are we packing for? What is going on?
Oh, just grab essentials. I'll take care of clothes and food for you. It's fine. We also have a mobile van that we sleep in.
Okay. Guess I'll go back.
Okay, thank you.
You might. Click.
So where are we going?
Nebraska in like 15 minutes.
Oh shoot, I'm
I
gonna need
know.
to grab extra pair of boots.
Oh, well, okay, just essentials. Eugene is gonna have other stuff made available for us, but like 15 minutes.
Okay.
Tries to go find Edgar.
And he's around. And he initially agrees, goes, grabs his stuff. And all of you do. Your essential stuff, your rifle, your crossbow, whatever other minor things you've been working on here and there,
A whole bag of stuff.
which we are hand waving, majority of it, because I'm feeling generous.
Gladys have improved the crossbow.
Yeah, it's reliable enough to be able to actually shoot stuff.
Good,
And you can drop it. Yeah, you can drop it and not break it now. And you hear what we would know as familiar buffeting. Back then, not so much. Helicopters are still a very new technology. Like, this is probably one of the very, very, very first ones ever made. And You go out to your little back area, which is not devoid of cars. So, like, dirt and dust and rocks and stuff are getting kicked up on all the cars and stuff. But this is all your resale cars. It's not that big of a deal. And you go walking out and you go to meet them. And stepping off the plane is a person in a green uniform, got a little red beret on them. And Edgar just immediately, nope, and just walks back inside.
Sure.
It's quite all right, ma'am. I understand he's a veteran of the First War.
Mm-hmm.
I had considered changing clothes, but I didn't really have time before they dispatched me out here.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
I'll explain a little bit more on that.
And she's just like circling it and just eyeing it up and down, like fascinated.
Yeah. And you get loaded on, and it's not roomy. It's rather tight. It's warm, even for being cold as it is. It's warm inside of here. And you take off, and you immediately start going. And this guy's like 3 feet away from me, yelling. He's like, "So what we've got is a really big freaking lizard."
A lizard? Like a
Yeah.
crocodile?
Not quite, but sorta. You can kind of think of it like that. The doc said its name. I don't remember. It's a Tessalus something or another. I don't know.
You mean like a dinosaur?
I think technically it's post dinosaurs, but yes.
Oh.
Yeah, and to find that in the middle of Nebraska in the winter, we're kind of shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's confusing, to say the least, because it's also warm-blooded.
But it's a reptile?
So much so that it's melting the snow around it as it walks.
That's worrisome.
Well, that explains why it's not bothered by the cold, I guess.
Yeah. We have a sneaking suspicion that my particular unit is going to be interested in this. This is why we want to, if at all possible, capture it alive to study it. If it can't happen, I get it. It becomes too dangerous, put it down. I am, as both of you are, or at least loosely affiliated with, the Department of Supernatural Beings and Occurrences.
Oh. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Eugene recently came on board with us to do some research. Found a giant sloth up in Canada. The last one that was around.
I think I would have preferred that over the possessed dolls.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, we were dealing with some possessed dolls. Among other things. The house just like... It was weird.
Melted.
Yeah.
It melted.
This is not the first house we've had issues with.
No, but it's the first one I've seen melt.
Well, that is... I'll remember to never go in a house with either of you two.
That's okay, the first one nearly killed me. This one at least didn't.
The sentiment still stands. Remind me to never go in a house with either of you two.
How safe is this thing?
No. This thing? And he kind of like smacks the wall.
Yeah.
Not at all, but it's quick. We still technically a prototype.
Oh.
But it works, and I have free reign to use it, so. It's probably going to be designated after the lead mechanic. Guy's name is Huey. But anyway, these haven't been rolled out, so we trust that you won't say anything to anyone.
Nope.
I wouldn't know it. I wouldn't know what to say anyway. I'm not the.
I'm sure none of our neighbors will be asking anything whatsoever about this landing in my backyard.
Yeah.
That's true. That is true.
Well, one, they shut down the business because the sun had to go over. And the other one, I've got an agent talking to in about 20 minutes, so it's fine. But any other questions that I might be able to answer?
How much publicity has this thing gotten? Like, has it been spotted like walking around the outskirts of a city or anything, or has it just been spotted by like some hunters poking around where they shouldn't? What are we dealing with in terms of that?
Respectfully, this is the middle of nowhere in Nebraska. The closest city is Omaha, and that's 2.5 hours away.
I'll take your word for it. I don't get up north much.
Respectfully, in the middle of nowhere, Vermont, we ran into a lot of people and a lot of things. So,
yes, the incident at the cow farm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the report. It's the entire town worked for the cow farm. This one, it's on some old guy's corn farm. I think there's a chicken coop somewhere. I can smell it. Besides that, I don't know anything.
Guesses he probably wants this thing as gone as we want to get it.
Yeah, he thinks it's a rogue buffalo.
That's big.
It's not without some size.
What is some size?
If I had to guess, it probably stands about 4 foot at the shoulder. And it's probably about 15 feet long, but that's with the tail.
Rose, this is all you.
Take the tail off, it's probably 10 feet long still. Very long bodied.
I just hope it's not one of those real armored lizardy things.
I don't think so. I know it's not one of those things with a club on the tail.
Oh, good.
And it also doesn't have the big fin. Any other questions?
How far back do the records of sightings go? Is this a recent discovery or is there a history of it?
About a day and a half.
So it's a new thing.
Yes, we were actually in the area to refute some stories about a haunted house. Turns out the haunted house is just some old lady that lives in it that has electrical problems.
It's fun.
Anything else? We're going to be landing in about an hour.
Whatever you think we should know.
Like I said, the idea is to trap it alive if at all possible. We understand that's probably not going to be the easiest task to do, so if that turns out you can't do that, I'm not going to be mad. You will be paid for your time here. This is on top of whatever stipend you already get. This is to be said to no one, talked about to no one. Do you understand that?
Yep.
Right.
All right. Then relax, get a little bit of a nap if you can. Let's get to work. And for the rest of the ride, in as much silence as you can have on a helicopter, you ride in. If you actually do try to get a nap, it's probably not going to happen. It wasn't comfortable. It's never been comfortable. It's loud. It's uncomfortable. However, when you finally do get to land, you're dropped into the middle of a snow, just from horizon to horizon, just flat snow, white. You can see a house way off in the distance. You can see another small structure way off in the other direction. And as you step off, Eugene comes running up. Oh, good, you're here. I was hoping Edgar would come.
Yep, took one look at our friend here and then turned around. What's your name?
Corporal Green. I assume that you want me to assist since you don't have the other member of your hunting party. And Eugene kind of, yeah, please, if you would. Okay, I can do that. Anyway, come with me. It's warmer in there, and we've got cocoa.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So he brings you into this little makeshift, and when I say makeshift, it's rickety. Building that looks like it was thrown up in about 20 minutes. Walk inside, and it's actually relatively warm. There's about 7 people standing around. It's like, okay, guys, so we've got at least 2 of them. This one's Gladys, that one's Rose, and does a quick introduction to everyone. So they all know what's going on. I'm sure you got a really quick rundown of what's going on as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How much do you actually know about like prehistoric animals? Gladys. Rose, I assume that you probably don't know a whole heck of a lot.
I can't say it was something I super delved into, but she probably knows a little bit.
Probably knows a little bit.
You know, like basics?
Do you know it's technically a dinosaur, technically, called a Temnos Bondili? Would you like to give me a roll? That would be intelligence and academics.
4.
Maybe in passing. And I think I spelled that right.
Yeah. I think I've heard of it. Again, I didn't really spend a whole lot of time on reading about dinosaurs and other related things.
Yeah, so all of the specimens that we found so far for those are about 2 feet tall and roughly about 10 feet long. This one's a little bit bigger.
Yeah, I heard.
And also, I don't know if he told you, but it seems to be warm-blooded.
Melting the snow around it.
Yeah. So to find it, it's really easy. Just follow the ditch.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know exactly what it's gonna entail.
Well, that sounds like it's going to be a handful, but you know, that's what Rose is here for.
Yeah. So has anyone like actually seen it like very close up enough to like observe it for any significant length of time?
Define close up.
Able to see it and distinguish it from its surroundings.
Yes.
Okay. Now,
What would you like to know?
I don't know nothing about dinosaurs, so how does it move? What is its habitat?
It is quadrupedal. Normally it would be in a tropical environment, but obviously it's not now. It is theorized that it was an omnivore, so it pretty much ate whatever it could get a hold of. However, it typically probably liked meat and meat-like substances due to the sharper teeth that it had. It kind of looks like a weird cross between a toad and a crocodile or a gecko. Just big. It is quadrupedal too, so it's still fast. It's not like it's clumsy when it does get to going.
Fast, does it have a strong bite to it?
It's theorized it does.
Okay. So it sounds kind of like wrangling a gator.
Just with extra steps.
Right. And circling back to the other question, what kind of environment has it been seen in and around? Where does it habitate?
It just kind of meanders through the cornfields. We've got somebody going up right now to figure out exactly where it is.
Okay.
Once they get back, they'll let us know, and we'll head out that way.
No patterns. No one's tracked it to a den, identified a source of food.
No, the source of food that we have seen, it's scavenged a little bit. It ran down a cow that happened to get out of a barn. That was unfortunate. And it tried to attack a truck. I say
So
try because it wasn't quite big enough to actually bite anything.
So it
Good.
prefers live moving food to stuff that's already dead.
We assume so, yes. But we also don't know A, how it got here, and B, how it's still alive.
Oh boy. What?
and this is a tall ask, but if you have anything in that pack of yours, Gladys, that may or may not be useful for sedation, that would be great.
Maybe? I wasn't really given a whole lot of time to prepare, so I really don't know what I tossed in here at this point.
Well, let's just hope that you got lucky.
Yep. Here's hoping.
That cocoa that I promised, and he actually hands you a pair of steaming mugs.
Take it and drink.
Thank you.
It is exactly what you would expect military hot cocoa to taste like.
Drink it anyway because it's warm.
Yeah.
Yep, warm and free, and mildly tastes like dark chocolate.
I
Mostly
have a
cocoa
minute.
powder. And about 10 minutes later, you hear the helicopter come back. It lands. It shuts off. And your friend from the ride over comes walking in. So we've located it. It's due northwest from here. It seems to be going toward the chicken coop that I told you I could smell. We found out where the chicken coop is. It is not moving exceedingly fast, so the cold might finally be getting to it. Or it could just be trying to conserve some of its energy.
Poor chickens.
Well, hopefully we can get to it before it gets to them.
Sounds like we have some time to plan and trap.
We do. I wouldn't spend a whole lot of time trying to plan. And if you have any last minute things that you want to try to get ready, now would be the time to do it. In the meantime, I'm going to go grab my things to make sure that we are well defended if need be. And he disappears yet again.
Can Gladys just like plop down on the ground and start rifling through her pack to see if there's anything of use that she threw in there?
Yep. You have the one advantage or perk or whatever it's called.
Frugal.
Yep. Which you have just a bunch of random stuff in there anyway.
Yes.
Is there any sort of role that's associated with that to figure out if you can make what you want?
It's under improvised gear, and it's intelligence plus either craft, tech, or science.
I feel like this would be a science thing.
Okay. I might burn a willpower here.
Okay.
Holy shit. 5.
5. Okay, so you have something that you think might work. It's pretty wide range reaction that puts off a bit of a knockout gas type thing. Might not fully sedate something, but it will definitely asphyxiate them to the point of potentially passing out. Does not put out an excessive amount of heat either. So shouldn't hurt anything either.
We'll just hold up the thing. I think this will work. Maybe. It'll do something.
I feel like it's just like 2 paint cans duct taped together.
Yep.
Oh, good. So you're gonna just kind of throw that at that and at the
Rose is going to throw it at that. Or Green is. Not me.
okay. once that happens, once it goes off, is there any special precautions we need to take?
It's not gonna like explode, probably. Don't get close and don't breathe the gas in, or you might asphyxiate.
Okay. We do have a bit of a net launcher as well. So once it's immobilized, we can launch that on there, and then we can try to tie it up.
Yeah, and yeah, I don't know how effective this is gonna be on an ancient reptile, but it'll do something.
Yeah, we can hope, right?
Yep.
Okay. So assuming that works, then we're in business. If it doesn't work, then we have a Rose and we have a Corporal.
Yep.
Because I still can't shoot a gun.
I'm not very successful, but I can.
No, last time I tried it jammed.
Oh yeah, let's not blow ourselves up, please.
Worst part is it was a bolt action rifle.
Eugene.
I don't get them. I get a lot of I just don't get that one.
I almost want to see this happen now.
Please don't.
I mean, not in the life or death moment, but like maybe later.
And kind of just like looks at Rose. I don't think that she'll let me.
No. Not mine anyway.
Anyway,
Shoot, it's pity Edgar's not here. He's got an arsenal and a half he could probably fiddle with.
I can whip something up.
I'd rather not. It might blow up in my face.
I mean, where's your sense of adventure?
About the time the door gets swung open. All right, let's go. Everybody in the truck.
As Rose is moving, she says, please tell me you at least have a blade or something if that thing gets too close to you.
Who are you directing that to?
Eugene.
Oh no. I will jump off the truck and hide underneath it.
I wonder if playing dead would work.
No, it ain't the dead deer.
Oh.
And you come out to the truck, and it is much like the one that you guys got when you went up to Washington. The one that you broke when you went up to Washington.
Edgar broke.
Yes.
And he's not here to break it this time.
And the back is completely uncovered. It does have benches on either side. There is a large, kind of looks like potato cannon looking thing on the top. It has a tether on it. You assume that's probably the net gun they were talking about. As well as a mount on the back that is a 360 mount that currently has a tarp over top of it. There's also something else underneath it. And Green's just like, that's mine, don't touch it.
What is it?
You'll see if we need it.
You can't just tell me that. I'm really curious about it now.
Well, still, don't touch it. Mm-hmm. It's not yours.
Sure.
And he hops on the back. And he helps everybody else that wants to get on the back. Who all does get on the back and who all drives in the front. Did both of you want to get on the back?
Yeah. It's like the most interesting point right now.
Okay. So, actually, all four of you do. You, Eugene, Rose, Green, a couple other guys on the back, and you're all bundled up because it is still cold out. You can take off through the snow, and it's taken off through the cornfield, so I'm sure Buttons knows this, but cornfields, even when they're not plowed, are rather bumpy. And it's a rough ride. It kind of hurts.
We have cornfields around here.
Yeah, but I feel like Buttons has probably been through a couple of them. You, maybe. Buttons, definitely. And you're driving probably better part of a half an hour before the truck slows down, windows open up. All right, we're getting close. Is everybody ready?
Nope.
Sure.
And you can hear the thing spool up yet again. And take off, and it's just bumpy and horrible. And now it's even worse because even more wind. But you pull up next to this thing, and sure enough, it's all of 15 feet long. Kind of a weird pale green with a yellow stripe down the side, and it's got a big old mouth. You kind of look in its eyes, and it's actually like dark, dark black. To Gladys. To Rose, on the other hand, it's like this pale blue.
Gladys is gonna shove the not quite bomb into Rose's hands.
What? Oh, okay.
Aim and throw.
Yeah. Okay, aim and throw, I guess.
I don't think it needs ignition, does it? It's just gonna like, combine.
Yeah, we're just gonna say that it'll just kind of do its thing if it works. Give me a strength and athletics, please.
Wow, because that's definitely my strongest suit.
At least you have athletics.
Yeah. I'll bet you could give it to Green.
Too late. 3.
It lands about 10 feet in front of it, and as it goes plunk into the snow, you can see the thing kind of slow down, like sniff it. As it kind of hisses and everything comes out, you can see it kind of very confusedly like start rooting through it. It kind of like grabs it, picks it up, tosses it aside. Then it moves about 5 feet, and it kind of like stops. And so you kind of like wavering back and forth. It's like, go ahead and, or well, Eugene's, go ahead and hit the gun. And just with a pow, that comes out and covers it. How long do you want to wait until you hop off and see if it's actually good to go?
Rose will give it about 15, 20 seconds, and if the guys don't start moving before that, she'll hop off with her rifle over her shoulder and edge closer.
Okay. So about the time that you do, they do. They take a step and closer and closer. How close does Rose want to get to this thing before she stops?
Probably about a good 20 feet. She wants to make sure she has enough time to bring her rifle around if that thing wakes up and starts to charge.
Okay. So the pair of guys that were in the back of the truck with you continue on. They get a little bit closer until one of the guys gets close enough to be able to touch it. And he goes to grab the net and try to like cinch it tight. And as he does that, the head just comes around and grabs him and just throws him, basically. And the net goes with him. And you can feel, even from 20 feet away, the air gets warmer around it for whatever reason. And then it kind of grabs the other guy as well before you even know what's going on. And just gobbles him right down. There is no throw, there is no nothing. And you can hear Green just say, shit. And the tarp comes off. Now, what does Rose want to do?
Hearing the tarp come off, Rose is going to back her way towards the truck at a decent pace while she's pulling her rifle around and loading it. I don't think... I imagine she won't get a shot off, but she's at least going to get back.
Okay, so you load it, you chamber around, and you come back around as you step on the tailgate of this thing. And you just hear a cha-chink. And Gladys, your wish was quickly granted. As a old school Browning machine gun is fired. Just into the snow, and you can see it kind of pop up. And you see he hits him more than a couple times. He hits this thing more than a couple times. And it does not seem to phase it at all. And he's like, Ricky, move! We need to go! And then the truck starts to take off.
Out of curiosity, can Gladys take one of the scale-tipped bolts and fire it off?
Yes, it will be a rather difficult shot to make. But you can try.
She's not going to make that shot. I have 3 dice. I'm not going to make that shot.
Probably not, unless you crit.
Is Rose up on the truck as we're leaving?
Yeah, she sat down on the actual bed of the truck.
Here, I'm curious. Try this.
Okay. Bring it around. I'll take the shot.
Okay, so for you it'll be just a dex and firearms, but I will subtract a die because it is definitely not built for you, and it's just weird for you.
She's never fired it before, actually.
Fine.
Point and pull.
That's still a decent pool for me. Let's see how we do. Not bad. That's 4 on a crit.
Okay, so it sinks in, and you see if it reacted, it wasn't very much.
No more than the bullets?
No.
Okay. Well, there goes that theory.
Eugene's like, either that thing's so resilient that it can shrug off 50 caliber rounds, or there's something else going on here.
Well, that was an arrow from Quetzalcoatl, the scale. So it's that's not going to do anything to it. It's got some magical properties. It's crazy. It's weird.
As we're driving away, is the thing chasing us?
It did for a little bit, and then you can kind of see it veer off in a completely opposite direction of the chicken coop that it was going toward.
Okay.
Wonder if it's going back to its den.
It's heading back to the chickens. Still hungry after expending all that energy, I bet.
But that's the opposite way.
Yeah, it headed
It turned
completely
around.
opposite way. And Green's like, well, do you want to follow it?
Mm.
At a safe
Kind of.
distance, of course.
Kind of.
You see him go up to the front, and you see him poke his head through the window. He's like, all right, we're gonna get dropped off at the farm. They've got a couple snowmobiles. We'll take those out. Just don't get too close to it. Okay?
Sure.
Then you pull up to this farm, and it's... To say the farm's old is an understatement. How it's still standing, you don't know. But it is. And this woman that's probably 97 or 98 years old comes out and says, can I help you? Then Eugene's... Yes, ma'am. We need to borrow your snowmobiles if at all possible. I understand that you have a pair of them. Oh, yeah, they're out there. Just don't wreck them, please.
We'll try not to.
Yes,
Thank you.
ma'am. So, you are free to take the 2 snowmobiles. Who would like to drive?
Hey, you are muted if you're talking to us.
I was gonna say, I know Rose might have a decent pool for this, but I also think she'll be better off manning a gun.
Yeah, maybe.
I get 4 days for driving.
Yeah. And I can at least assist with navigation, so.
If it makes you feel any better, Eugene's driving.
Yeah, Gladys and Eugene are gonna drive. This can only go well.
So you hop on these things, and it's easy to find the trail of this thing because, like I said, just follow the ditch. Follow it back, and how long are you willing to follow it?
What time is it? When we got to the
It's-
house.
Yeah, it's probably mid-afternoon, give or take.
2-3 hours?
Guess it's just around dusk.
Yeah, enough time that we get back to where we're not going to be in danger of being ambushed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, good news. You don't have to worry about being ambushed. About an hour before sunset, it heads toward the only thicket that's in the entire area. And it heads into the thicket. And it doesn't come out the other side.
While we were trailing it, Rose would have put up Sense the Unnatural at some point. Would that have pinged anything?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. This thing is very unnatural. Kind of a bit of decay and like burnt hair is what you smell.
Ugh.
But it goes into this thicket and it just kind of stays there. About an hour before sunset.
Yes, we found its den.
Green's just like, I'm willing to go down if you're willing to back me up.
Night?
Yeah. Most things sleep at night. Especially if they've been as active as that thing has been during the day.
It's also going to be desperate because it's hurt and hungry.
I don't know how hurt it is, and I don't think it's hungry anymore.
That's fair.
I just want to know how that thing's still moving.
Yeah.
Because at this point he pulls out an actual 50 caliber round that he had in things. Like, this goes through you. Typically, you don't get back up.
No, I would imagine not.
There's definitely something not right about it.
Yeah.
I just wish I could tell what kind of not right.
I don't know. Something about those eyes still, too. They freak me out.
Yeah, it was just like black pits of nothingness.
Black?
Yeah. Like an inkwell.
I saw something bright blue, almost like when fire gets like really, really hot.
No, it was clearly very black.
Yeah, definitely black.
We have lights?
I have a light.
I probably have one in here. I wonder if I also have a Molotov cocktail still.
I fire with fire.
Just don't. If we're in an enclosed area, don't.
Well,
do
duh.
that.
I mean, that's if we have to run out. That's for behind us.
Right, because that thing's gonna stop for fire.
You know, it might hesitate for a second.
Sure. Anyway, yeah, let's get going because I don't want to. If we can get in and out before sundown, that'd be great. But I don't foresee that really happening. Let's be honest here. Sooner the better.
I hope Pig doesn't fall on me.
Not going to.
That what happened in the last cave we were in.
Yeah, I guess that basement didn't really count as that basement cavern thingy didn't really count as a cave, did it?
No, not really. Anyway, let's go. Lead the way.
Yeah. And he pulls out a very familiar, because Edgar has one as well, sidearm. And he's like, I know it's probably not going to do anything. It just makes me feel better.
About as much as a fire will do.
Yeah, probably. And he proceeds on.
Gladys is gonna dig for a flashlight and hope she has one.
I am going to say that you do have one. It is a small one, but
Okay.
you have one. And you walk into this thicket, and first thing you notice is it's not nearly as like actually thick with wood and vegetation, wooded areas and vegetation that you're used to. It's kind of sparse, even for winter. But you also see a decent sized hole. It's 10 foot by 10 foot. That kind of just leads down, like somebody actually tunneled into it. It's not dug by an animal. Looks like it's man dug.
Have you guys explored this yet?
I didn't know it was here.
How'd you miss a thicket?
I mean, we knew the thicket was here, but not the hole in the ground. Also didn't care about the random patch of woods because,
Where else is an animal gonna stay?
something like this, we don't know a whole heck of a lot about it because we haven't seen a live version of it.
Just assume any animal's gonna head to a covered area.
I mean, that's fair. Also figure that it might just have dug its own burrow.
That doesn't look like it dug a burrow.
Yeah. In any case, Don't lag behind too bad. And he heads into a hole. Who's next?
Not Gladys.
Rose will shimmy into the hole.
Okay. And then Eugene will be. No, I'm not going last.
You're not going last? So you're going now?
Yeah.
That's probably better because I can at least shoot something.
I can distract it.
Not for very long, if what has been previously shown.
And as he goes into this hole, he just picks up a random stick. Fine, I've got a stick.
How's Carrie?
And
then Gladys will follow up. She'll actually keep her bow out.
Okay. Have any of you been in an actual mine?
Yes.
Okay, so you know the entrance is pretty well squared off. This looks like an old mine of sorts. Probably, if you had to guess, looking for coal, maybe quartz or something, if it wasn't that, but I don't know. Just a very random, odd area. It's very, very old, though, obviously. And as you head down, you come into the main, where it would be work area, and it kind of tees off to the left and to the right. Both look almost identical.
Is there any blood on the ground?
There is not.
A little worrisome.
Would you like to give me a intelligence and investigation or wits and awareness?
Sure.
Rose can also do that if she so chooses.
They can't get multiple crits. 6. With the crit.
Okay.
Intelligence investigation.
Just seeing if Rose is faster.
I got 8 on a crit.
Yeah. As Gladys is coming to the conclusion of, we should go this way, Rose just like, hey, this way. Before Gladys can actually get it out.
Well then.
And it's to the right. So continuing on down that way or going the other way?
Tempting to go the other way. But, we have to kill this thing. Well, get the thing.
Okay. So you go down that tunnel. And it narrows a bit. And you can finally see signs of this thing's been around. Some scratches on the wall. You see some displaced rubble. You finally see a footprint. And until it opens into a fairly decent sized cavern. And on the backside, it's actually lit in here. Almost like a bioluminescent lit. It's very low light. But you can see on the backside of this cavern a very distinctive and noticeable yellow stripe.
Is that what's lit up?
That is part of what's lit up. The ceilings are lit up a weird purplish color. and there's a ring of like green moss-like substance around the base.
Like an actual ring?
Yeah, like around the base of this kind of almost looks like a dome.
What you think, Eugene?
I think that's not natural. I think somebody dug that out.
Yeah.
And granted, this thing's probably 40 feet across in both directions. And probably about 15 foot high domed. So somebody put a lot of time and effort into this place.
I know you don't want to kill the thing, but that might be the better option here.
We have to figure out how to kill it first, though.
Yeah.
And
Right.
how quiet is everybody being? As they're having this
Exceedingly.
discussion? Okay. Give me a charisma and stealth, please.
Oh,
Charisma and stealth.
oh no.
Yeah. For
Okay.
voices.
Okay. 3.
It did not matter. Okay. Anyway, continue the discussion, please.
Yeah, I know we need to figure that out, but I still think that's going to be the better option here.
Yeah.
Does anyone know if this thing can dig?
It is theorized that it can.
So we
That's smart
can't
enough to
just
do
call-
this.
Yeah, it might not be able to dig through this, but do you have dynamite? I don't think so. If you do, please tell me, because that would be great.
I didn't see any earlier.
Yeah, don't look at me. I don't. Mm-mm.
Did your friend who had unfortunately ate have any grenades on him?
No. I can run and grab some.
Please don't leave.
Yeah, I figured you probably didn't want me to leave.
No.
So how are we going to take down this tunnel without killing ourselves?
I mean, I would kind of rather not, because I really want to figure out what's going on here. But, is there any supports next to us or anything?
There is not. However, I need you to give me a number 1 through 6, please.
2.
Five.
Okay. Gladys, I'm going to allow you to give me a wits and awareness.
Yay. I don't like that, Dengle. Two.
Okay. So out of nowhere, you just feel yourself yanked, and then a very cold piece of something pressed against the side of your neck.
He is going to scream.
And he was like, "What are you doing down here?"
Who are you?
Now you leave me and Fluffy alone. Fluffy's my cat. You ain't gonna take her.
Sure. Yep. If you let me go, we'll leave.
What is Rose doing at this point?
Rose, have we noticed this? We
Oh, yeah.
heard the scream, right? Okay,
Yeah,
Rose.
you notice the flashlight kind of go up in the air, and Like at this point, everybody's turned and staring at. So like, it's full view. The guy looks. If West Virginia could be a person, this would be it.
Rifle up and leveled. Not moving, not saying anything, taking her cues from Corporal Green.
Now, who are y'all? You can see like this sharpened like end of a pickaxe being stuck to the side of Gladys's neck. Well, Gladys, y'all gonna leave and you gonna leave me and Fluffy alone, okay?
Yep. Just let me go.
Now, who are you three? And Eugene's like, I'm Eugene. Can you let Gladys go or not? What's Fluffy? And Gladys can feel this, and you guys can see it. He kind of like readjusts the grip a little bit. Fluffy's my cat.
We'll leave you and your cat alone. Please just let me go.
Not until they leave. I'm not gonna let you go.
Kind of hard for us to leave when you've still got her.
Nah, y'all's legs ain't broken. All I gotta do is whistle and she'll come running. So I suggest y'all leave. Now, Rose, can I get you to make me another wits and awareness, please?
Mm-hmm. Oh, very nice, very nice. 5.
So it might be a little bit more pronounced if the lights weren't on. But he's got a little bit of that same blue aura around him. Nobody else can see this, obviously.
Rose will slightly lower the rifle, kind of cock her head and openly like lean forward and squint at the guy.
We got a problem?
Nope.
I don't
No,
know.
we don't. Nope.
Fluffy's not a cat, are they?
No, Fluffy's a cat.
Yep, Rose, it's a cat. Just let it go, Rose.
They took her away from me before, and I got her back now.
Yep, you sure did.
Does that sound familiar? Anything she would have read while stalking the library or hanging out at Gareth's library? Anything she would have picked up on?
No. Not in his library. However, and yes, I know this is an Auspex thing, but screw you. Can I get a resolve? And I'm going to give you a wits rather than the actual Auspex. Because it's not.
I'm actually gonna.
a premonition.
I'm gonna
but
burn
it's
the
close.
willpower to reroll that. Better. 4.
So the patch of hair that you have that magically got changed a different color begins to itch just a little bit. And you start to hear kind of a weird whistling tune. Now, y'all gonna have to go somewhere before I gotta get her out here.
I don't want to die, please.
Rose will chuckle and shoulder her rifle and start walking, humming the tune she's hearing.
Which, Gladys, you would absolutely know what that tune is. And probably it would sit kind of weird with you.
Like, freeze even more.
And Eugene kind of grabs Green. We should go. Yeah. And Rose, as you are walking about 20 feet away, he's like, hold it right there, you. Where'd you hear that tune?
An acquaintance. I mean, that's really all I can say about him.
And he kind of lets go of Gladys. And you can see him walking up to you at this point because, like, Green's still got light shined on him. He's like, and he looks you real close in the eyes, like, y'all know the Bone Man?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Why? What is he to you?
He helped me get Fluffy back.
Oh, great.
I did a favor for him, and he gave me a piece of paper to help me get Fluffy back.
Of course.
Now, I know she's not as cute as she used to be, but she's still my cat. And y'all ain't gonna take her from me.
Oh, nope, we'll let you stay with her for as long as you want.
Y'all also ain't gonna break these tunnels down.
We don't really have a way to do that anyway.
Yeah. Right. That's why Army Boy there ain't gonna come back with whatever he's gonna come back with. Actually, better yet, I think y'all should be coming into my house.
But you didn't want us here. We should just leave.
Oh no, not you two. I'm saying them two. They've been hunting Fluffy for a couple days now. I don't want them to leave.
It's not like they knew Fluffy was your cat.
And Eugene's like, I was just curious. And Green's just like, I'm just doing my job. He told me to.
No one was trying to kill Fluffy. We were just trying to figure out what she is.
She's just a big scaly cat, is all.
Yep, we found that out.
And you, Rose, 'cause your name is Rose, right?
It is.
Get them down into my house, please. I've got something that you might like. You too, Gladys. There might be something in there that you might want. Which y'all can take. And leave.
Why don't you lead the way?
So you're gonna try to actually get Green and Eugene to go down in the
Rose
little
is
domed
looking
area?
kind of shocked at Gladys.
He's telling the guy to lead the way.
They're just basically waiting for you to make them come down.
Like, Gladys wants to shoot this guy in the back.
I've had a lot of talents over the years, but making people do things is never my strong suit, especially not when they're military grade.
Well, try to ask real nice like. Something tells me you got some of that. Whatever they got in them. In you.
Whip around to stare at Rose.
Yeah, but what happens when the army hears their people gone missing? They're just gonna send more people, stronger people. Don't you want us to ward them off? We kind of need them to do that.
Oh, I ain't gonna kill them. We just gonna have a talk. But I want to have a talk where I can control the situation, not them. That, and I don't like pistols being pointed at me.
Rose will turn to the guys. What do you think? Think we can manage a talk?
Then you just, yeah, I can talk. And Green just like, I don't think that's a good idea. But we could probably do that. And he actually starts walking in by his own power. As does Eugene. And he turns to you two and ladies first.
Rose will follow.
Gladys is gonna kind of rush and put Rose between her and the guy.
And as you come in there, he kind of claps his hands, and it gets considerably brighter. Enough so that you can actually see. There's a bed, there's a table, there's a little wood fire stove. It looks like it's had probably way too much use for being down here, but definitely had its use. And the large lizard stands up and kind of whirls around and just kind of stares at all four of you. It's fine, Fluffy. They're guests now. Now tell me what you know about the Bone Man, please.
Not much. And I don't think we can.
I get the feeling it's sort of this unwritten rule that we can't talk about him unless people we're talking to already know about him. But if you already know about him, maybe it's okay?
But the other two don't.
Oh, yeah.
You mean Baron Samedi?
Ah, never mind then.
Yes, there's a full dossier of him.
I don't even have it in me to be surprised anymore.
That's what happens when, and full disclosure, the person that you used to work for is my uncle's widow.
Oh.
Yes. So we've been keeping an eye on her and all of her associates for quite a while. Nothing against you guys. It's just we don't trust her.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah, I'm surprised you did for as long as you did.
Mutual acquaintances.
Yes.
Money's money.
Did she tell you that she used her favor?
I think she did, right? She did tell us that.
Yeah.
Yep.
Did she tell you what that favor was for?
Nope.
Yep.
Wait, did
What's that?
did she?
I think she did.
Said
Among us,
she
I
at least.
guess.
I know she said she used it to help her business, but
Yeah. Used it to bring my uncle back.
What?
Yeah, he, much like Fluffy, wasn't quite himself when he came back. Robbed a couple banks, got some money. We had to put him down rather fast.
Yeah, I'd imagine so.
Now, as far as Fluffy, we would like to know how and why Fluffy doesn't go down with normal, conventional means. I'm sure I'm not the only one that wants to know that. This entire time, West Virginia, because that's what I'm just going to call him until a name's asked for, is actually over on the stove. He's got a pot of water. He's making something. Now, Fluffy's alive because of my magic, not because of theirs.
Oh, you have magic?
And just enough to be able to do that. I don't necessarily think I got the right bone, though, when I dug her up. Something tells me she ain't supposed to be so scaly and green when she was fluffy and orange when she was alive the first time. But nonetheless, that's my Fluffy through and through. Likes to eat chicken, chase deer. She likes to eat mouse. Mice, but a little bit big for them now. And I'm the one that controls that magic, not anyone else. And damn sure not that son of a... Not the Bone Man.
What do you know about him?
Just he ain't never made a deal that he wasn't the better part of.
Yeah, obviously.
that seems to be a common theme.
I made one deal with him. And this is what I get, and I appreciate it. At least the soul's there, but not the body. I knew someday people would be coming for me, and just didn't realize it was going to be this fast.
I mean, when something that looks like that is out killing cows, yeah, people are going to come looking.
Y'all made a deal with him?
Not really.
Not really, is it a no?
I mean, we did a favor for him, but favors are different from deals.
Yeah, mine was a favor too. What'd y'all get in return? Money,
Much knowledge.
knowledge.
Not by
Be
choice.
careful. Be careful with that knowledge. It might drive you a little bit bonkers, like it does me. What about you? You got the air about you. Like you've been touched by whatever they are.
Oh, I've had to deal with that long before I met him. I don't know, he answered a question very cryptically. More of a half answer than an actual answer, but that was what I got out of it.
Yeah, drug me into that one too.
Well, what was the question?
I saw a rundown looking city and I asked him about it. Said it was the first city or something like that. Shadow of the first city.
Oh. Well, that's not good, I'm sure. It's sounds a whole lot worse than it probably actually is. And this entire time, you can kind of see a mannerism change. A little bit of a shift. And he's getting done over at the stove, brewing up whatever he's brewing. And he's actually pouring it into a mug.
Kind of a shift.
Less wild-eyed, wild-haired, and a lot more composed. Now, y'all, is that the first dealing y'all had with him, or y'all done had other dealings with him?
I mean, we've crossed paths.
How does it matter to you?
Oh, because I tracked him down for years trying to get Fluffy back. I just want to know how long y'all tried to find him.
We didn't really find him.
He kind of was thrust upon us. Quite literally.
And y'all probably want something to deal with, like, well, this. And he comes over to the table and you can see him slide something out from underneath the table and he pops a old ratty weather-beaten journal on the desk. This is y'all's. As far as y'all two, I don't give a damn about y'all being down here. I just didn't want y'all to go running off and do something stupid. And I want to talk to these two. Because she can see my aura and can see what's happened. She is way too calm for somebody that's talking about Bone Man, Samiti, and what shouldn't be next to a dinosaur. And at this point, the dinosaur has actually come over and like plopped its head next to this guy, and he's petting it. So, y'all got any questions for me before I allow you to leave without incident?
How long have you guys been down here?
Down here about a week. We made a stop on the way over here, a couple other places, but had her about a month.
So is this where you plan on staying then?
For now, it was. We were trying to get out west, claim a plot of land that nobody else claimed on, kind of live our days out without being bothered. But apparently, we gonna get bothered no matter where we go, no matter what we do.
When Gladys was rummaging around for her stuff, did she have the box on her?
She did not. And he's slowly just sipping his drink. Probably curious as to what exactly my intention was with bringing her back to life.
Yeah, that's one of the questions.
When you spend 78 years pretty much by yourself, all you got is a cat, and that cat lives to be 22 years old, you get kind of attached. When you devote 10 years of your life to try to get that cat back, because some odd trader comes through town talking about some bone coins and some favors that were made. It gives you just a glimmer of hope.
Who talked to you about those?
Oh, some old accountant fella. Found out about 3 months later he showed up. Well, he woke up not living anymore. It was this big scandal. But
Does that ring a bell to Gladys or Rose?
give me intelligence and resolve. And the difficulty is going to be 4.
3.
I got nothing, and even if I re-roll it, I'm not gonna hit a 4.
I could. I don't know how important it is.
If you wanted to use up your willpower, you absolutely could. I'll just put it that way.
Then yeah, I guess I'll burn 1. Five.
You remember Miss Edda talking about an accountant that they worked with. He left town and nobody heard from him again.
That was probably his fault for talking about those.
Wait, what?
Yep.
I'm
you
not.
knew about him.
I didn't know him.
But you knew about him ish.
Yep.
And the bone coins.
Heard about him?
So they're true. You cash one in, he owns your soul. Oh, well, what's left of it when you get so desperate that you cash it in?
I don't really know any specifics behind it.
Well, I wonder who owns our souls now if we all done did business with them.
I didn't want to, for the record.
But you still did, didn't you? And you got a bit of knowledge out of it. Get anything else? Problem taken care of. Money, fame, good luck.
What did we get? I don't remember.
This is a meatsy thing.
Oh yeah, the Sumitsi went to go cause chaos up in New York. Forgot about that part.
Lesser of two evils, I think.
Right, but if when you die your immortal soul is given to him to do what he wants, and I promise you he'll do whatever he wants with it.
Then I guess I just have to set things up to where people can take care of it.
Y'all better get moving. Because I know I don't want mine to be in his possession for too long. Also, y'all might want to get out of this mine before it collapses on you. This magic ain't just keeping her alive. It's keeping this mine up too.
Did you just drink something to kill yourself?
Less of the two evils, right?
Oh God.
I don't want to cause no more problems for no one else. And I don't want her to cause problems for no one else.
Yep, we should go.
We apologize for any inconveniences that we had given to y'all, by the way. You got about a half an hour. What my mama told me is true. So best get to getting.
Mm-hmm.
And Green's already, gone, effectively. And Eugene's not too far behind him.
Yep. Turn around and whoosh.
Rose will get up and sigh and follow them out.
And as Rose leaves, he actually begins to whistle that tune. And you can hear it kind of echo the entire way out. And it's just eerie. Off-putting. You get out and you get on the snowmobile and you're driving away, returning them back to where they're supposed to go. And you just hear or see a big puff of dirt and dust come from the thicket. And you feel a thunk below you. You need to get back to the farm. And the old lady said, just put him in the barn, it'll be okay. And at this point, Eugene's like, that's not what I expected.
Nope, me either.
I also still want to go dig up the dinosaur.
best just to let it lie.
But you're probably right, but still research.
She'll turn to him and put both hands on his shoulders and just be like super intent. You don't want to mess with the things that are doing this.
But research.
No.
Maybe it's time I get out of field research.
I'm all for research and I'm all for learning new things, but it's not worth it.
It can be to the right people, but I don't know if you would be the right
not
people.
Worth it.
Where are you based out of again?
Gives the address.
Is there any businesses that shut down recently around there?
Yeah, my neighbor.
I think you're going to get a new neighbor soon.
Oh, good.
Wow, a neighbor Gladys actually likes.
No. Look, it's not my fault. That person just kept wanting me to come over to tea and gossip.
That's the worst.
It is.
Is there any special facilities you need for research?
Some places to conduct experiments that aren't around flammable objects would be lovely.
We can do that.
Because, the garage is full of chemicals and other stuff.
You mean gasoline's flammable? No way.
I mean, while I make good use of it sometimes, there are delicate things that can't be done around it.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure I could probably set up shop there. You all are walking back to the makeshift army village thing. And it's dark, but you can see the lights off in the distance. And it takes probably about an hour. And it's not like super cold, but it's cold. There's a lot of small talk that happens, and when you get there, Green's just like, respectfully, I hope I never see any of you ever again.
Yeah, I agree.
Also, tell, I guess technically she's my aunt-in-law, to colorfully go sit on a cactus.
Descriptive.
Hopefully, she'll take it literally and go do it. The one
Probably
time
only
I
if
met
there's
her,
something in it for her.
yeah, the one time I met her, she was insufferable. Apparently, something changed. I mean, obviously, my uncle passing had an effect, but it was after that. My mom said that she was actually fairly decent at one point. But after a certain point, just something changed. I have a feeling I know what that is now.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be surprised.
Thank you for at least that much.
For what?
Unintentionally helping me figure out some family drama.
Yeah. If only answers like that would just fall whenever you wanted them, right?
Yeah. Anyway, you two have a good night. We will get you back home in the morning. It's dangerous, even more dangerous to fly at night.
As fun as that was, I would really not prefer to crash and burn.
Yeah. Have a good night.
You too.
You as well.
And he goes off into his own private little bit bigger than tent, but it's not much bigger than tent. And you two are directed to the same bunkhouse that Eugene is staying in. And it's got 5 beds in there. One of them is currently taken. The other 4 are not.
We're into bed.
And he actually sits up, and you can see him pull something out from underneath his cot. And I've been saving this for my retirement, and I feel like this is a retirement for me. Because if I'm not going to be working in the field anymore, it's not the same.
I mean, you still can work in the field, just don't go digging up that dinosaur.
I think it's time for me to stop doing that. Last time that we were together, I got mauled terribly, and this time I'm getting into stuff that's too dangerous for my own good to be out here. If I'm in a lab setting, I can be in a little bit more control. So,
I agree. I would prefer that too.
I feel like that's probably the better use of my talents. And I would like to know what knowledge you got.
We'll talk at home. Not a thing I want to discuss here.
In the meantime, would you two care to join me?
Yes, please. I nearly died again. I had a pickaxe to my throat, and every time you guys talked to him, it dug in a little bit. I don't know if it's bleeding, but my life was threatened again.
Right.
Right.
Why are you saying it like that?
It's not bleeding. You're fine.
This happens too often for me to be comfortable with.
Good. This is not a field to get comfortable with.
Well, how about you drink to forget it?
Please.
Then he pours you a very tall glass of some brown liquid.
He's gonna start drinking.
It tastes awful, but it's expensive, and you can tell it because it tastes especially awful.
You got 3 resolves. She's drinking.
Then pours one for Rose, and pours one for himself. He literally gets 2 sips in, and he's like, yeah, I can't drink all that. That's awful. Why is expensive stuff so bad?
You need to meet Smokey.
Who's Smokey?
She'll die for her bag. Does she have any of the alcohol left?
Yes, you do.
Have this.
And he opens it up and smells it. And it smells like paint thinner.
Yeah. That's how you know it works.
And he takes a little sip and he's like, oh, this is actually drinkable.
Yep, Smokey made it. I use this to set things on fire.
Oh. Let me go get some water.
Rose will knock hers back with a grimace.
And you proceed to get Eugene just smashed.
Blackout.
Yes. Wake up the next morning, Eugene's very much hungover. It's hilarious.
So are we, or at least Gladys is.
A little bit. Not terrible. Rose is probably okay. You hop on the helicopter and there's a headache all the way home, but you do get home. Safely. Quickly. And Edgar's standing outside and sees green and he's like, nope. Walks back inside.
Hi, Edgar.
And Smokey's outside. He's like, so how y'all do?
Yeah.
Saw a dinosaur and then we didn't.
A dinosaur.
Yep.
What, like one of those Pteratugos?
It looked like a mix between a crocodile and a frog or something.
Like one of those salamander things, but with like a weirdly shaped head.
Oh, the axolotls.
Yeah,
but,
sure, them.
Without its frills and bigger.
Oh, Crocatoad.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. Y'all okay?
Yeah. Tracked it to its den. Nested in an old mine. Mine collapsed. We got out of there.
Okay. The business in that store's got a sold sign in it. Y'all know
Yeah.
anything about that?
My friend.
Oh. Well, that was quick.
Yep. We met him out on when we were doing it. He was the one that called us.
Oh. Eugene. That's
Yeah.
what Edgar said. Ain't he that nerd that likes plants and animals and shit?
Yep. Don't know what is going to be opening, but sure it'll be something.
I wonder if what kind of plants he likes.
Anything weird.
Oh, I got some weird plants I can have him grow.
I'm sure he'll love that.
Anyway, we got Miss Burke's car in the shop again. Apparently, carburetor's clogged. If you can help me with that, I'd be appreciative.
Yeah.
If you're up to it, of course.
The headache's not that bad.
Oh, good. Rose, got a paint job that I think you'd be uniquely suited for.
Oh.
Yeah, it's just look at the ticket. You'll kind of seems like it fits you.
Okay.
You walk inside and it's actually they want like leaf print the entire way down the side of this car.
Well, that's a
some odd
bold
reason-
choice.
Yeah, for some odd reason, Smokey just thinks that you could be able to do it. AKA, he doesn't want to, so he's making you do it. Edgar's rebuilding a rear end, and Gladys is helping Smokey rebuild a carburetor. So you all begin your tasks, and your lives proceed as normal. Until the next time that we decide to go hunting. However, Eugene does move in about 2 weeks later. Starts getting his stuff set up, and rather than what he normally would like to do, in front of the house is a art gallery. For some stupid reason.
Weird, but okay. It's a choice.
Yep. Back of the house, on the other hand, we'll talk about that later. So, that is where we are going to leave our hunters for this evening. With a fresh new journal to read.
Yeah.
And some potential lore that felt like that was a good time to do it, because let's be honest here, it's Nebraska. What's going to happen out there?
It was certainly interesting.
So, real quick, like announcements. If you're with us on Twitch, cool. Find all of our stuff, all of our link tree and social medias and YouTube and on there. We are at Total Party Crit Game. Pretty much everywhere else we are at Total Party Crit. If you can find us anywhere, our link trees are everywhere that you can find us, which can send you over to whatever else that you want to find. Also on that link tree, we have our Patreon, which we all know how Patreon works. If you can, cool. If you can't, cool. We get it. Next best thing, if you can't do Patreon, is word of mouth. We would greatly appreciate it to have everybody that you know and yourself like, subscribe, comment, follow, sacrifice to whatever blood gods that you decide that you want to do in our name. Just all of them to kind of help us out, because the more we can get exposure, the more we can spread and potentially, eventually, get a little bit better product, maybe more products out to you, because we would like to do more for you. But
The more exposure we have, the less likely the Bone Man is to find us.
yeah, that's
Say that like he hasn't already.
Well, the less he can do.
Yeah. Also on that link tree, we have our dice affiliate, dicelegion.com. That if you use that link upon checkout, you get a certain percentage off. You get some of the money that you spend. You get money off on new dice, which is great. Also, dice boxes, dice trays. Yes, they have nice, pretty D6 sets like that. They have stickers. They've got keychains. So, and I know the holidays are coming up too. Most holidays coming up, you exchange some sort of gifts. That'd be a great gift to send somebody. So yeah, if you're one that celebrates any of them, might be a good thing to think about. So yeah, that's our thing. Also, find us on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, and most Thursdays. We will be doing something most of those days. Might be playing games, might be just talking. Who knows? And the actual cast varies by day. So yeah. But if you would like to stick around for potential spoilers or potential like extra lore, because I'm sure there's going to be questions about it, stick around. If not, this would be your cue to jump off. So if you are leaving, have a good rest of whatever day or time of day it is for you. If you are not, come join us. So, questions, comments, or concerns from you two?
No, I thought we were doing a countdown. Wow, that was a whole lot of drop for Nichols and Samedi.
I feel
What
like
did-
it was a
Well,
legitimately good spot to do that because, like I said, it's Nebraska. What the hell am I going to do out there?
yeah.
There's really not a whole lot to do out there.
What'd the guy do for him?
Do you really want to know, or do you want to just imagine stuff?
I actually want to know.
If you had something planned, I want to know.
It's okay if you didn't, but...
So he helped facilitate a ritual to make an extra strong Furcus, which is going to screw some stuff up later down the road, maybe Charleston.
Fun. And as we found out, Furcus can be fun.
Yeah. But yeah, no, that's what he did. The guy was actually from the Shenandoah Valley in Virginia. It's just he was so out of his freaking mind at that point that
So he was a mage, right?
He was just a normal human, normal mortal.
The hell do you get magic?
Samedi was like, "All right, cool. Here, do this ritual," and gave him just enough power to be able to do it because hand waving shit.
Fair enough.
I mean that sounds like something he'd do. So
yeah. Is God, I can't remember the name of the character. Is Nen's old accountant gonna pop up somewhere?
All of your characters are going to pop up in ghost form at some point.
Ghost
Ghost/wraith form at some point.
yay!
Because the soul does not stay with the vampire. Necessarily.
That's not true.
I said necessarily.
Vampires have souls.
Yeah, I said necessarily. Depending on what else has happened. Saoirse's fine. She never actually would have fucked with him anyway.
No.
Rose's absolutely will, regardless of what happens elsewhere. Nichol's will, because extenuating circumstances, regardless of what happens elsewhere. Barnabas, yes. This guy will. Gladys will.
What?
Yeah. But it's okay because she's dead. And not actually turned into anything else. So.
Well, you know, as long as there's that, that would really be the most important thing to her. Not that, you know, her soul is, you know.
Yeah, it's just the ghost/wraith.
Yeah.
Going to be used. And it'll be a very in passing thing. It's not going to be like, you have to fight yourself. No.
That'd be kind of funny, though.
Oh, absolutely. Just at Tori. I'm like, no.
Lots of fun.
Okay.
Let's see, what year is it?
Now it is 1943.
We got 3 years till Tori's born.
That's kind of funny.
46.
Yeah. Rufus has been a kindred for 18 years.
Yes, well. I would have gone
We all
polar with
can't-
Tori, but it didn't make sense in the timeline.
And we can't all be so lucky, right?
Right. I need to build Saoirse at some point soon.
Probably, yeah.
Got some time, I think, but like, she'll be showing up. They'll be showing up.
Yes. Saoirse's fun.
Yes, Saoirse is fun. Probably 4 or 5 charisma or manipulation and/or manipulation.
I was running off the assumption that both were 4. However, I absolutely just... it's about this.
Mm-hmm.
For all of it, so...
Yeah. Gotta love Ravnos.
I don't know what you're talking about. Ravnos have no charisma or manipulation.
No, not at all. None at all. Did we get any bonus experience this game? Are you kidding me?
Oh no, he froze.
Really?
Oh man.
Dengle.
We get an extra bonus
Just for
point
dealing
for
with
every
this.
we get an extra bonus point for every minute he stays frozen.
Damn it, Dengle. I need to know what I can buy. And Serga, our hunter games usually devolve into chaos at some point.
Of course.
What was... You missed the one where Gladys accidentally basically made mustard gas in the back of a van. That was fun.
Yeah, definitely. I will say I definitely wasn't expecting Rose to be able to suddenly start seeing auras. That was not a thing I was expecting.
Yeah, well, we've always, like, extended what Sense the Unseen does.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no. Well, I don't know how long it's gonna take for him to get back on. Oh, that quick. The void has arrived and left.
Things are updating.
Yeah, gotta love updates. What are you thinking about getting next?
I am actually saving up to boost Rose's composure up to 4.
I'm debating between a couple of things. I've really wanted to get global access. I have it written down as one of the things I want. Don't remember what it does off the top of my head. And I know we had talked about, because it has something to do with like electronics and stuff, it's not gonna do that. But it will do other things.
I thought it had something to do with that network you were building.
Yeah. Oops. Oh my gosh, Dengle. Yeah, hunter is able to circumvent the normal barriers to system intrusions and penetrate even the most secure digital systems. Might have worked for the government, whatever the reason, the hunter is able to accomplish feats of digital larceny well beyond normal hacking. So, like, it's very much a technology-based one, but we had talked about changing it a little bit. To be, like, easier to hack into places, but also do, like, non-digital stuff.
Mm-hmm.
There is a True Faith Hunter, which has access, and, like, it recommends things like sense the unseen, sense the unnatural, thwart the unnatural. So that would be the closest to that.
Let's try this one again.
We can hear you now. And you gone.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Up and there's a little blurb here that says, some hunters have talents and abilities that, while not supernatural, defy the norm of what other people can accomplish with skill and instruction, which is the unnatural stuff.
Very nice.
There's also, you can do, like, animal whispering and stuff like that. It's kind of like animalism, but they just listen to you better.
Mm.
I'm talking to Serga, not you. I mean, I thought you knew this.
What, me?
Yeah.
I haven't poked through the hunter book too much.
I've gone through all of it because, as per normal, I made a list of the stuff I want to buy. So yeah, the global access perks are really interesting. There's one called Watching Big Brother, where you can access and manipulate digital surveillance footage. All Access Pass, which you can bypass electronic locks and disable or manipulate alarm systems. Money Tap is where you exactly kind of like it sounds. And then the Letter of the Law, which you can manipulate criminal records, both national and international.
Ooh, that would be handy.
That's the one I want to lean towards.
It has officially said no camera for you, so I do apologize.
That's fine. We're nearing the end of it anyway.
Yeah.
We were just discussing experience, spending, and all of that.
So I am going to give you each 2 extra experience, just because A, it was really short, and B, technically not a whole heck of a lot happened. There wasn't a whole heck of a lot extra to figure out.
Yeah. Did we hit all the points, or did we miss something?
There really wasn't, like, points that you needed to hit. It was mainly, like, how are you going to handle it? Are you going to actually, like, go for the lore, or are you going to just, like, I shoot the guy in the face?
Almost.
So, yeah.
Oh, Gladys has random poisonous plants in her bag.
Yep, random poisonous plants.
She might give those to, Eugene.
That's probably good to do.
I totally forgot about that.
That's
Yep.
funny.
So I could either save up to get global access after the next game, or buy another tech or medicine right now. I'm torn. Dengle, do you remember what we had said Global Access is going to do? Because it's a lot of tech-based stuff, but I don't remember what we decided it was going to do in the 40s.
What does it do as per written?
It is circumvent the normal barriers to system intrusions and penetrate even the most secure digital systems. The hunter is able to accomplish feats of digital larceny well beyond normal hacking.
Okay. Yeah, that gives me enough to remember. Basically, you'll be able to do, like, you'll be able to hack into, like, CCTV that they had at the time, which wasn't very good if they had it. You'll be able to do phone taps without too much problem. You'll actually have a legitimately secure line on your end. And you'll be able to, like, intercept encrypted, like, radio communication.
I don't know if that'll be worth it in this game.
It might later on.
Yeah, so there's a perk called Letter of the Law, which you can manipulate criminal records, both national and international. Enemies can become wanted criminals, and the hunter's own mistakes conveniently erased from federal and international databases. Difficulty ranges from 3 to 5 or higher, depending on the crime, and whether trying to plant the records or erase them.
I mean, Gladys doesn't need that.
No?
No, it's
Not
like
at
you
all.
specifically have that written in your backstory or anything.
Which part?
The erase yours. The need to erase yours.
Well,
Your
yeah,
actual.
hers is erased.
Yeah. It's just all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah. And, everything else that we've done since then. Because she hasn't changed her name. It can't now.
Yeah, I mean, you can.
A little difficult when you're working for the military.
It'll be fine, I'm sure.
Yeah, I need to figure out if that one will be worth it or not. So that's the what I'll be thinking about. Because I also like the idea of her getting, like, thwart the unnatural, but I'll leave all that to Rose.
That's fair.
Although, that's not true. This is just to resist supernatural effects. So that could still apply. She could make something that does that. Because it even says, like, it could be faith or something they make.
And I feel like Gladys would absolutely have something that they made.
Yeah. As soon as she figures out how to do it, absolutely.
Earplugs, reflective glasses go a long way.
Noise canceling headphones. The first of their kind.
Yeah, so long as they shield themselves with their objects, they are highly resistant, if not outright immune to unnatural influence. So, like, I think that's definitely something that she would go towards, especially after that last conversation.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah. And you can get a creature specialization that gives you even more dice towards it. Vampire.
Speaking of, I need to roll.
What?
For our next adventure, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, where are we going?
Hey, Faye,
Yeah.
where do you want to go?
What do you mean? Where do I want to go?
Where's the one place that you wanted to go more than anywhere else?
My home state?
Michigan?
Yeah.
Oh, come on now. That's not the one that you wanted to go to.
I mean, Wisconsin would
There's
also
no
be fun,
reason.
given what we've talked about.
Yeah, there's no reason why you would ever want to go to Michigan.
Definitely
yeah.
not some backstory lore dump or anything like that.
But yes, it's Michigan.
Ooh, how fun. I'm actually very excited about this one. I'm curious where the mention will come up first, though. Will it come up in Hunter or will it come up in VTM?
Well, I have one game, technically, to have it come up in VTM.
Yep.
But you did kind of mention it last time. Of uses name.
I mean, she does, yeah. She uses the name.
Yeah. And I think you said the first name last time, too.
Not on camera. That was you and I talking.
No. Okay. It'll be fun.
I know someone knows it, though. Hush knows.
Yes. Which I do have to figure out exactly what I want to do with you guys next time in Atlanta. I have so many things that I can do. It's just, what do I want to do?
Yeah. What do you want to do? Traumatize us, please. This is the only, like, we care about people's mental health, but not our characters. Please ruin them.
I mean, I could just throw people from New York at you.
You could. That would definitely be a fucking problem for Tori. Jesus Christ.
You say that like the Banu aren't already like in the city looking for her.
Oh, I meant other people from Detroit. I mean, yes, the Banu, but I meant like other people. It was mentioned last game that specific people are looking for Tori.
Yep. I know what I'm going to do with you guys.
Oh boy.
We've already talked about it. It's fine.
We've talked about a lot of things, Dengle.
Yeah, but this is going to be fun.
Sometimes I feel
everything is.
Sometimes
No,
I feel like
lighthearted
different
fun.
people get talked about different sides of different things, and so I don't know if everyone has the full poop.
No, no one does. This is how Dengle rolls. Even what he tells us, some of it is false.
Yes, because you can't give all of your plans away. But it's lighthearted fun that actually I think you came up with. So,
What, me?
no, Faye.
I was gonna say, we can't really see you, so we don't know who you're referencing.
You'll have to remind me, but probably. I've given you lots of food for thought from Tori and fuel for the fire. Oh boy, Michigan. I'm so excited for this one. There's like 3 states that I very much want to hit. Is Dengle still here? Okay.
Yes. That would be Michigan, Wisconsin, and what?
I don't remember the last one off the top of my head. I want to say there was another one. It was a thing not related to VTM. I think.
I know Buttons wants to go to West Virginia. Trans-Allegheny Asylum. It was Ohio.
Yes?
Yeah, that was the one.
Thing about living in Ohio.
Well, I mean, it's the Michigan, Wisconsin, Ohio. It's right around me. Surprise. Yep. Anything else you want to go over, Dengle?
I don't have anything. Do either of you have questions for me?
I think I'm good.
So with that resounding silence,
Yeah, there was a
thank
question
you.
asked buttons.
Yeah, I know. I'm good. I didn't have anything
Yeah.
to contribute, so
Okay. So, we will see all of you next time, hopefully. This Sunday, hopefully, at the absolute latest.
Not Thursday?
I said at the absolute latest. Thursday, I am sure that we will be on at the very least talking about stuff. At some point, we gotta do a one shot or something of just a random system.
Or group of characters from any of our games or anything. Just a one shot.
Yeah, on Thursday. So, but yeah,
Buttons.
yes.
Is there anything we need to know for Sunday?
Just prepare for a lot of conversating. And maybe just a little bit of chaos. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
I will prepare Nosferatu with his proper attire.
Is he gonna get a little tux?
He will have his sweater on.
All right. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Have a good evening.
Yes, thank you, and like Faye said, have a good evening.
Adios.